Hey, it's Matt Roush,
And Mike Brennan.
and we're back with another fun-filled edition of the M Squared TechCast. And
Yeah,
I'm actually in my office. So
yes, what
how
a
about that?
surprise. How'd that
Yeah.
happen, you know? So, yes.
Yes.
And we have calling in from a distant land, Melih Oztalay, who, as a disclaimer, is my digital media partner, my webmaster. And I go to him with advice all the time on technical issues with my computer, which I finally solved this morning, by the way. So
I'm glad to hear that.
good to know. Yes. So, what he wanted to talk about is Amazon. They've done kind of well during this pandemic. One of the few companies besides Zoom that has done really well. And so, what you wanted to talk about is how they've taken advantage of the pandemic. And why don't you talk? And you might. Oh, just as a
Absolutely.
starter, this may be the first time folks have heard of you. So, why don't you a quick background on your company?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I'm glad to be back on the show. It's always fun to be with you guys. We've done a number of them together. My name is Melih Oztalay. I'm the CEO of Smart Finds Marketing. We've been in business for 33 years. We're a digital marketing agency out of Birmingham, Michigan. And of course, you know, when you talk about distant lands, as long as I'm on planet Earth, I think I'm within within reasonable distance.
The geography is irrelevant anymore. I mean,
I agree.
Matt's in Southfield. I'm in Ann Arbor. You're in Istanbul. So I
I
mean,
agree.
come on, you know.
What's the difference?
But
The only
anyway,
place
yeah.
I don't want to be
Well,
right
thanks
now
for
is
putting
Hong
that
Kong.
song in my head again, by the way. So, They Might Be Giants tune. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
So
you're not gonna sing though, are you, Matt?
No.
Oh, good. Thank you. All right. So,
so let me give you guys a
yeah.
quick update here. It's interesting, you know, having been in the digital marketing industry for so long, we're never short of changes, and we're never short of frequent changes. The pandemic, as it started to hit, and we're in lockdown starting mid-March. Amazon was very interesting to watch, because by the time you got to mid-April, so roughly 4 weeks later, as people are homebound and they need products, they need whatever, everything from, you know, small toys to electronics to food, etc. It was mind-boggling as to the amount of shipping orders that were taking place. Amazon was number one on that list, and by mid-April, they hired 175,000 people
Oof.
to support the warehousing operations. As a matter of fact, just this quick update that you can read this on Amazon's blog. As a matter of fact, they started off with 100,000. They added another 75,000 a few weeks later. It was 175,000 total by the time you get to mid-April. I don't have any counts as to where they are today, but the numbers, in my opinion, continue to grow, because as the need for warehouse orders increased, they had to they jumped on it. They took the advantage of the situation. Their orders were going up, and needless to say, here we are, whatever, 5 months later, and their revenues are up as well. So from that standpoint, Amazon was already taking, I mean, let me just give you a quick interesting background. Amazon was already, in the last 5 years, taking a lot of notice in the industry. So one of the notice items was this, a year ago, July, for the last 5 years, Amazon's been running what they call Amazon Prime Day. Now, think of Cyber Monday, think of Cyber Friday, think of Black Monday. And then if you think about Alibaba.com, and they have their big one-day event, Amazon started to take a lot of notice in 2019, July, when their sales surpassed Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And all of a sudden, you're seeing that Amazon was starting to take a lot of notice. The pandemic, all of a sudden, they went from wherever they were here to here. And so from a retailer standpoint, if you're in the B2C space, Amazon needs to be on your radar screen. And because of the pandemic this year, Amazon has moved their Amazon Prime Day to October this year. The latest news was it's going to be the week of October 5th. And what we're not clear about is it going to be 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. There's a variety of speculations. But to be perfectly honest with you, Amazon doesn't announce it either. Prime Day for Amazon is specifically designed for Prime members of Amazon. Prime Day is Amazon deciding on its own what it's going to discount and how heavily it's going to discount. Meaning retailers don't have control of this. However, retailers can take advantage of the volume of visitors coming to the Amazon website. So there's a variety of things that you can do in terms of preparing your store for Amazon Prime Day. And there's a variety of things that you can do to drive traffic to your Amazon retail store. On that note, needless to say, we jumped on the bandwagon too. And on Wednesday, September 9th, we actually have a webinar for businesses around Amazon Prime Day marketing, as well as Amazon marketing. And we'll be covering a variety of topics that are focused on how businesses can prepare for this.
Okay. How do you suggest businesses prepare for it? What are some tips you can offer us now to sort of tease this seminar a little bit?
Well, the teaser would be this: you take a look at the products that you're selling, and there, as you can imagine, there's 3 types of sellers on Amazon. It's not just your retail store. You have 3 different levels of Amazon retailers out there. A lot of retailers will go to Amazon, they'll post their product, and what they usually do, especially if they're selling products from a brand such as Adidas, Nike, or whatever, they go to that website and they copy and paste the product's name and description right into the Amazon store. And I think that that's an error. That's a mistake. What you really need to do is revise that so that it's marketing related. It's going to grab people's attention. When Nike posts something about their products on their website, it's not necessarily that somebody's going there to buy something, or if they already know what they're going to buy and they're just going to go do it. On Amazon, you need to catch people's attention. It's you plus whatever, thousands of other retailers that are selling the same product. So be imaginative with your product title, with your description, and also figure out what you're going to do within your store to offer discounts that are outside of Amazon's Prime Day discounts. I think that's how you're going to be able to jump on it. This is one example. There's a variety of other examples that you can do in terms of Amazon marketing.
And then you have your webinar on September 9th, and you're going to be addressing a lot of these things about what retailers,
we will be.
e-tailers, whatever you want to call them, can do.
Yep.
Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Go ahead.
It's going to cover 2 significant topics. One of them is preparing your store in Amazon. However, I will say this: whatever we present at the webinar is not going to just be for Amazon Prime Day. The recommendations we're going to make in terms of setting up your store will benefit you even after Prime Day or before Prime Day, etc. So how do we set up our store in such a way that within Amazon, the marketing is working in your direction? So that'll be one of the topics we're going to be covering. And then this other significant topic will be, how do you drive traffic to your Amazon store? What are the tools that you need in terms of social media marketing, social advertising? Let's face it, within Amazon, there's a variety of advertising options to be able to get people to notice you. We're going to be talking about all these different things at the webinar on September 9th.
And you might want to give that address. Are you going to post an address, or are you going to invite people? How are you going to do it?
Yeah, I mean, if you come to our website at smartfindsmarketing.com, we do have a link there to the registration page. It will be on GoToWebinar. So you do need to register. It's not going to be on Zoom. We do have a presentation, a deck prepared for this webinar, and best to do this on GoToWebinar instead of through Zoom that everybody's been using.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
So a little bit about how you help your clients interface with Amazon. What do you view as some of the keys to successfully sort of harnessing this gigantic beast that is Amazon for a small business?
I agree.
And you only have 2 minutes to sum that up, by the
Yeah,
way.
right,
So
just a little
Well,
topic.
yeah.
No big
I'm
deal.
Cliff
never,
Notes
I'm never,
version.
I'm never short of saying something about digital marketing. So the we're a digital marketing company, and we have a team of marketers, meaning that we're following a marketing process, which is a cycle. It has activities, it has tasks. They have to be managed, they have to be measured. The measurements need to be interpreted, and then you got to go around and figure out what are you going to do to improve your process. And so from that standpoint, I think what we're offering is not just, hey, here are the strategies and here's the task that you need to do. We as a digital marketing agency are trying to help businesses take advantage of a more holistic approach. Let's take a look at your website. Let's take a look at your Amazon store. Let's take a look at your social communities, your profiles. Is everything supporting what needs to be done so that you can achieve success? Where are your links going to? Are they going to your website store, which may or may not be valuable? In my opinion, if you're trying to prep for Amazon Prime Day, then you need to drive everybody to Amazon, to your Amazon store, not to your website. You're going to get a better result at Amazon during Prime Day than you will on your website. So variety of strategies that need to be implemented. I think that's where we, as a marketing team, that's where we will flourish to help out businesses on this topic.
We're going to have to stop you there. Why don't you give your website address one more time, Melih, and folks
Sure.
can dial in.
Sounds good. It's smartfindsmarketing.com.
Traditional four-year students love Lawrence Technological University's thriving campus life, but LTU has always met non-traditional students' needs too. Lawrence Tech offers over 100 degree and certificate programs that can get adult students started or back on track. And most of our classes are conveniently offered evenings at our beautiful Southfield campus or online, so you can balance your social, family, and work life even while you power up your career. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.